everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He was unstoppable a week ago, a mountain of yards and a pair of touchdowns. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He was unstoppable a week ago, a mountain of yards and a pair of touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Colts, and it comes...
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect. What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Here's Fields. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Out of the gun, Fields. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They get this out quickly to the left side.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to it.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On first down, they stick with Singletary.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
They go play action with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there to launch some deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the
a little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they
they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround and play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss. Turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Mark Starr.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's Jackson. This one downfield to Burks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone will come free.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL, but it seemed like everyone was using it. Scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Jackson connecting over the middle of Downs and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Singletary with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know Field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here. And they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The Lions at 6-4 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40.
To throw is Fields. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Gibbs straight ahead.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. The give, right side for Gibbs.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That is absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Jackson now. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Lions will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He had the touchdown last drive, now up over 1,300 yards on the season, and still plenty of time in this game for him to keep those numbers climbing.
And I like the fact that it's a number that you're not worried about protecting. Because if you're trying to get around, if you're trying to get over 1,000 yards, you get a little nervous, right? At this point of the season, you have a few losses, now you're back below 1,000. Here, you're just trying to climb a big-time total even higher.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, Fields again. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now inside the 25, Justin Jefferson, touchdown, Detroit. Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On second down, here's Jackson.
We'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now Jackson. Open man downfield is Ridley.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this taken in by Downs.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Escaping the pressure right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They'll run on first down with 6. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You've got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Fields rolling to his right. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Fields.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that will be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now Jackson on first down.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll look down the field here for Kincaid.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. On the option right is Fields. Dancing away at the 35. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Finds Gibbs on a check down. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. On play action, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Hey, middle.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Downs going in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, they did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Singletary again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mark Andrews with his... of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Colts have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
From the gun, here's Fields. Completed out left to Dobbs.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To throw is Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
This pass left side to Downs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now Jackson on second down. A short throw caught by Andrews. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Jackson's throw taken in by Ridley here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Jackson looking left side and has got a man. That's Andrews. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to line up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. All eyes on Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that, that can finish things off for them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it when you've missed on 3 straight.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences. And you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And one last throw here for Fields.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively? One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. Let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive game. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this